The BUCS Division I National Final, and that's a high, deep kick over the head of the returners and bounces into the end zone, so that's going to be a touchback. Mustangs, a little bit of a bobbled snap, quick pass out to the flat, that's going to be caught, and a quick tackle, so that'll help me out in a bit. As we see running back, bottom of your screen, a handoff, good blocking up the middle. Linebackers shut that down. Get that ball ready. There's going to be a QB sweep to the right. Doesn't quite have the blocking in the open for this punt. Low snap off the ground. Gets it off, kicks it a little bit left. And that's not a particularly long punt, and the bounce makes it a bit worse. Ultimately, it's going to net them about 7 yards on for Zielinski. And he is in the gun. Handoff up the middle. Little bit of blocking, gets behind him. Motion. Fake handoff with the lead block, easy read, and that's going to be a pitch and catch down to the ground. Trips bunch to the left of your screen. Running back flips from left to right. Let's see if he uses that open field. Handoff, cuts back up there, runs right behind a hole cleared. Running back flips again. Motion across, trying to confuse the Northumbria defense. Good open field block by a receiver, blocking in, unfortunately, other between two plays.
Holding offense number 57, 10-yard penalty, replay second down.
Clean snap, fake run up the middle, and that's going to be a throw on an out route, and that's enough for a good gain. Gain back all the penalties, Zielinski. Fullback insert, run up the middle, and a great job by the Northumbria front. Motion. Follows that lead block, gets hit in the backfield, dragged down from behind. Drops back, looks to his right, he's got a man in the deep corner. It's going to be a high ball, and that's off the fingertips. Interesting to watch. Short drop back. It's just like a little hook kick. Or if you just want to tell us where you're watching from, as Brunel kicks from right to left, that's a high, booming kick. And that is going to be returned on his heels on the one, running up the middle with a lead block. Cuts it up, tries to find some blockers. None there to speak of. Just a ridiculous hour. And Northumbria trips bunch to the bottom of your screen. Scrambles up the middle, Ocon trucks somebody, gains for it's an early morning for his family as well. As he takes this snap, looks to his right, quick pass out to the flat, and an open field tackle by one. Three receivers up top, spread out. Low snap, looks over the middle, quick slant. Ooh, off the work or lectures, they're sitting there with the stream on. Low snap on a pooch kick downfield. Not gonna have a lot of a return with that pooch. Motion. Handoff up the middle with a pulling guard, and that's an excellent open to the field side on your left. That's going to be a false start on the running back. Down. Oh, I'm sorry, second down due to the flag. In that trips formation again. Bit of an awkward snap, but he's taking it cleanly, and that's a screen pass, and he's got two players out in front. Oh, well, it's spread formation, fake handoff, rolls out to his right. He's got some room to make some reads, but he's going to take it himself. Gets an open field block and a big first down to the field side. That's the side with more space. Looks that way, got a screen pass. Again, let's see if the receivers can get some blocks. And they do, get some open field blocking, cut up field, take it outside. Approaching midfield. Fake screen, but then he goes back to it. And that's going to be a nice gain. It looks like they had a little pump red formation, two receivers on each side of the O-line. Dropping back, Zielinski, quick pass to the flat. Stiff arm by the receiver, who's then dragged down for a gain of 6. Mustangs showing a too high shell. We'll see if they stick with it. And that. That's another quick dart and a completion. Oh. Mustangs still in that shell. Man in motion. And that's going to be a run along the outside. He's got some blockers, cuts it back in. That's a nice gain of about 6. But pretty heavily throughout it on 3rd down. Zielinski, quick dart of a pass. 5 yards or so from pay dirt, just a little longer. Under center, lead block, fake handoff, rollout. He's going to have a man open. That's a catch for the Burners. Oh, it's a fumble in the open field, and it looks like the Mustangs have recovered. It's going to depend. Now, that bag being thrown on the ground force the ball. That says, give me that. I'd like to run some more offense, please. 4 backs in the backfield. They're going to run it right up the middle. They don't get much. Now, they're for the Mustangs. He's going to have to get this off quick, and he does. Cannot drop it in the bucket. He had position. But first things first, they got to stop this 3rd down. Low snap. O'Coin recovers it, rolls out to his right, looking downfield, and he's going to throw it. And that's... And this is going to be a little pooch kick, and that's a great kick. I mean, again, a fumbled punt. He keeps his knees off the ground, and he's going to be running it back a bit. This will be a big gain for the Burners, and he might... Oh, not quite. He gets stopped at the last moment. Under center. Out to his left, he's got, he had lead blocks for a moment, but they didn't last. Oh, missed tackle by Northumbria, and he's going to dive in and extend it. I think that might be a score, waiting for a signal. Everybody's going to drive forward. And that's going to be a flag. Now, there's about, from my angle, there's about 10 different people that flag could have been called on.
Illegal formation, more than 4 in the backfield on the offense. 5-yard penalty, replay second.
That's quite interesting. Delay a game on the offense.
5-yard penalty, remains second down.
To that, see if they correct it. Spread out with 3 receivers on the right, and that's the way that he's going to look. Zielinski's got a man open in the end zone. Touchdown. And again, this kicker takes really quick approach, just kind of 2-step and kick it in there. And then they eventually will roll their way through. That's why kickoffs are exactly the same as they've been all year. And that high kick from left to right. There's going to be some room to return, and he's got at least 2 lead blockers. He's going to follow one up the middle. Just take with. O'Coin looks to his right. Quick pass over the middle, and that's going to be a nice gain of about 4 to start us off. Important thing is just moving the ball down the field. Burners just rushing for this play. Run off tackle to the right, and that's going to be a 1st down. Bottom of your screen. And that's going to be a read with the handoff this time, stopped in the backfield. No.
Personal foul, tripping, defense number 55. 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
But if you do trip someone, it's a big risk. Jet sweep across the motion, but then it's a handoff up the middle, and that's going to be a loss of 1. I don't think. O'Coin, 2nd down, drops back, looks deep. Cannot make difficult. Throw it to the guy with 1 shoe. Try to throw it to the guy. Oh, that's going to be picked off. I think he was expecting a whistle there. I'm not really sure why. He almost receivers, 2 on each side for the Burners. Now that's a fumble in the backfield. He hit his running back. He's going to have to scramble, and he's going to gain quite a few yards. Bit of a bro. Go to solo side at the bottom of your screen this time. He looks to run that way initially, but takes it up the middle. Going to be a gain of 3. Quarterback Zielinski. Going to that screen pass again. Does he have the blocking? Yes, he does. He's going to get in the open field. Keep moving forward, and that's your screen. Thomas Hamilton living on that bottom side right now, and that's going to be a run off tackle to the left. Great open field blocking. I'm really impressed by the man in motion for the Burners, bringing in a fullback. Fake handoff up the middle, going deep, looking, has a man. Just off the hand, not free till tomorrow. Spread receiver by the Burners. Looks deep. He has the check down if he wants it, but goes for it all. And that's a brilliant pass defense. Jaden Thompson in the backfield, 3 receivers to the right. Zielinski looking to his right. Another low. Oh, that's going to be picked off, and he's probably going to got room to run. That's O'Coin. He's running downfield. He's going to get chased from behind, but not before. Low snap, looks left. Going to throw it up that way. He's got a man. That's going to be caught. And he drags a defender into the end zone. That's a touchdown. Set kicker here. It's only about 2 steps back, 1 step over. Bouncing snap off the ground. That's going to be blocked. And that is no good. So overloading one side, only 4 tacklers on the right. Now that's going to be a high kick, but pretty short. It's going to bounce, high catch. With a lead block, he's just got to find his man, but that's a lot of horizontal. Now the Burners looking to extend that lead. Screen pass, just a little too low at the knee. Low snap, looks to that screen. He doesn't have the blocking this time, it just comes down to open field tackling so far. Blitz by the Mustangs, up the middle, dragging his jersey, but cannot bring him down. Zielinski rolling out, he's going to get a first down, and he's going to get out of bounds and stop the clock. Spread formation again, dropping back. He's got a quick pass if he wants it, but he's going deep, and he's going to get sacked. As he's throwing a screen pass to the bottom of your screen, he does not have the blockers again. I think the Mustangs haven't thrown a quick pass to that solo receiver yet, but he is looking that way. You can see him peeking left, peeking left, peeking left. That's where he looked initially, but he does, oh, he's bobbled it inside their own territory. That's the game plan. Delayed punt, he waited until his coverage could get downfield, and that's worked out for him. That's a high bounce and then grounded at the 20. I'll be curious to see if they do that. No, they're not. They're just going to kneel
Full
down.
start, offense, not all 11 players were set for a second. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Yes, sir. So just take your time. There you go. All right, that's going to be halftime. We have people in at least 4 continents watching. As this kick starts the second half, it is a high, short kick caught by one of the up men who's looking for a block. Doesn't really have any, but manages to get about 6 yards anyway. That ball. Handoff up the middle. That's going to be a good solid tackle by Northumbria. Them doing defensive chants and making quite a bit of noise trying to upset the Burners. That is a flag, and he's rolling out. That's Zielinski. He's got a pass over the middle. It's going to be caught. He's hit. He's kind of been brought back eventually.
Offside.
Nope.
Defense, number 8. The penalty is declined. The result of the play, first down, Brunel.
Just call. You know, I believe they're in their second running back of the rotation right now, and he goes out to the right as we get a pass that direction as well, and trucks his way forward for receiver to the left. Flip the back. Hands off, fakes. That's going to be a deep pass out of bounds. So moving things around a little bit underneath when there's motions. Zielinski rolls out to his right, has a completion, and he gonna get the edge. He looked like he favors to the right. And he does look that way. There's the solo, and it's incomplete. So, man in motion. Handoff that way, has some blockers in the open field, makes one man miss, but is then dragged down by early days for this second half. Handoff up the middle, he's got a hole. He just truck his way forward. I think they threw a quick slant that way. Under center, Zielinski, that's going to be a bobbled handoff, rolls out to his right, looks to keep it, and does not get the edge, and that's O'Con. Mustangs with the ball in motion. Heels on their own end zone, run up the middle, maybe a gain of 1. Bit of a low snap, O'Con looks out. He has a nice little hitch route, completion. Receiver spinning around to gain some yards after. Trips bunch, that's going to be an offsides or a false, ooh, with the way that.
Full start, offense, number 17. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Well, that'll look for the Burners. This will be a run up pretty close to the middle, and he's just kind of dragging defenders along. Everybody's pushing the pile forward. Gets back down for the Mustangs. A coin back. Claps to start this play. Does a quick pass out to the flat. And he makes one man miss, and he's going to keep going upfield, and that's might be enough. Handoff. Nope, it's a QB keep on that read. Well, he's not going to like that here. There's that trips bunch, top of your screen. Seen that time and time again, but Ocon's going to have to roll out of the pocket looking downfield. We had a man, just could not drop it in the... Looking to his left, looking deep, and he has a man, and that's going to be another completion for a first down by Northumbria. It makes one tackler miss, and it takes 3 additional men to bring him down far. As they come out with trips at the top of your screen. Handoff up the middle. Finds a bit of a seam. Nice blocking. Coin drops back, looks right, throws that over. Handoff up the middle, bounces it outside, gonna turn it upfield. That's another first down. This trips bunch up top, new running back in, and he looks the trips way. That's gonna be batted by the defensive line. Nice run with a pulling lead blocker for the Mustangs. Scanning, has to step up in the pocket, makes the middle linebacker miss. He's got a lead block. Begging for a flag are the Brunel Burners, and they are not gonna get it. Here, this is O'Coin I'm speaking about, number 14 for the Mustangs. Rolls out to his right. Got a bit of a meshy concept. It's confused the defense, but he doesn't get the completion. No. Here's a kickoff. Lower, longer, and time to return with a reverse for the Burners. And that didn't trick anyone. Back just behind Zielinski. Zielinski with a quick screen out to his left. Gain again for the Burners, but they have a man in motion. Run up the middle. He has a pulling guard, and that's going to be a big first down. That's scanning the field, looking for a hole in that defense. Quick swing out to the right. The blocker put his hands up. The finals are tomorrow. American football is like almost the opener. And here we have Zielinski. He's got a ton of time in the pocket. He throws just at the feet here. I think they've brought in just a standard punt. No fakes or anything. That's going to be a deep kick. Rolling. It's end over end, and then a hard hit. That's a bold move to handoff. Going across the body of the quarterback. Great tackles by the Burners. But Brunel still has plays that are working, so we got a lot of time left. Start of the fourth quarter. O'Coin was going to get sacked, but as he was... O'Coin looks out to the trips. Now he looks to the solo side. He's got a man deep. Can he get there? No. Unit in for the Burners. Northumbria trying to flip the field. That's a low snap, and that's a good punt. Oh, wow. It was a very high punt, but it didn't go very far, actually. So Brunel's 2 more. Great day for American football. As Zielinski does a quick pass out to his right, he's got a completion and trucks over. One man gets another. Bunch to the top of your screen. Running back set opposite that. He is the one who gets the ball. Turns upfield. Follows a nice block. Good gain. Now extra tight end and under center for quarterback. And he's going to hand that up the middle. Bounces it outside. That's Pinto again. And huddled. Now they're under center again. It's going to be another handoff up the middle. And this time for a first down. We'll have to see his leg if it comes up. Under center again. Lead block, but this time it's play action. A dart and a completion. He's just got to hold on to that and secure the gain.
After the play was over, personal foul and necessary roughness on the defense. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
So that's why it's a penalty. And once the whistle's blown, you got to stop. Another handoff up the middle, got a lead blocker. I think he's in. Yeah, that's a touchdown. A nice little change of game plan. We look for the conversion with a new formation. 3 lead blockers to left and a score. Injury delay, we now are in the nitty-gritty. That's a deep kick. My goodness, that went faster than the camera could pan over. That was like bottom of your screen, running back along the same side. A handoff going the other way. Tries to cut it back, but cannot. That's up the middle. 2nd and 9 for the Mustangs. O'Coin looking, has some time, but he's got to roll out. He's being pursued heavily, and he's going to be sacked. All right, now Northumbria does have to start worrying about time. They got to get this downfield. They always got to roll out, and that's another sack. That's another big. Brunel with another handoff up the middle, and he's going to bounce off one man, and he's going to keep running. He's going to take that inside the 5, particularly when they switch to this under center run game. And that's a high ball. Forget the run game. Oh, no, he said he was out of bounds. Oh, center again. That was the key call from an offensive perspective in the second half, and he's going to get in there. Oh, he did have to get around more people than I expected, but David Pinto in for the score. Would have to score 2 touchdowns to make this game competitive again. But
offense, 5-yard penalty, still a try.
Offense gets a little more room to work. Game. It's not really a given that you're going to go for 1, and it's not really a given you're going to get for 2, as we see here. Low snap, bobbling off the ground, tossed up in the air and out of bounds. So no conversion for trying to seal this victory. Low kick, got to bounce off the ground. Clean catch by Northumbria, trying to make a play. A little bit of a block. It's a solid return. You'd be happy with that in most situations, but they're going to try to keep off the board here. Big pressure, rushing 5. Ocone scrambling around, and he's going to get sacked. Northumbria here with a big play. They have a lot of yards to kind of cover up, and that's going to be a fumble. It's a sack fumble, but it's recovered. Yeah, that's recovered by Brunel. Bit of a slow snap, but the quarterback's kept it, and he's going to get another first down. It's not a first down, it's a fumble at the very end of the play that's been recovered by Northumbria. That's going to be a handoff up the middle. He's got some blocking, but he really can't find anything. 4 men in the backfield. The handoff up the middle, that's going to be stuffed. Fighting in the finals, and you're in a promotion if you're Northumbria's case. We see a run up the middle and a nice tackle by Northumbria, and that's between the UWE Bullets and the University of Nottingham's Gold team. Here's a handoff up the middle, stuffed by C. Brunel. I think they're under center probably for a nice simple kneel down, and that'll be the end of the game. And that's it. Brunel have won as they celebrate.
That is the end of the game.
Pandemonium on the field. The bubbly has been popped. The Brunel Burners are celebrating as they should. Those smiles beaming bright in this Loughborough.